All right, I'm going to do a take two on this. Live streaming from my desktop is not something that I'm still used to, so bear with me here. Um, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a video here on tagging things in social media. Primarily, this will be all about Facebook because it's still the best platform for us to use in the dental industry, especially if your clientele that you want to target. The target demographics for your patients are going to usually be older individuals. It's skewing a little bit younger these days, but the younger folks are typically going to be using Instagram, Snapchat, and some other up-and-coming platforms. But on Facebook, that's where you're going to get a lot of visibility still. They're still the market leaders. And so what we want to do when we post on social media, on Facebook, is get as much outreach as we can, as much visibility. Facebook calls it reach. You can also think of it as impressions because that's kind of the term we use in the ad environment. But when it comes to your posts, one of the best things that you can do in order to get maximum visibility is to tag the posts properly. But I'm going to just go kind of start to finish, and hopefully you'll learn something in terms of how to better post to Facebook. And this really kind of applies to other social media platforms as well, but each one is a little bit different. So let me get into this here. We're going to switch to a screen, and I'm going to go to this page. All right, so we're posting. I'm going to be posting a image. Images are still kind of the preferred format if you can't post video. I mean, video is great. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing a video now. But we want to post a photo because those are more engaging for people. I'm doing a post for the Michigan Center for TMJ and Sleep Wellness in Troy, Michigan. Dr. Jeffrey Haddad, who's an awesome guy, and it looks like I accidentally selected it twice. So I've got an image here. I guess I can show you the image really quickly. Let me get over to this. Okay, so this is the image that we'll be posting. One little kind of a side tip here is that you'll notice that it's a vertically oriented image. It's not like, I mean, these individual images are kind of how you might think of like a television screen, you know, or your phone turned sideways. But most people are not turning their phone sideways in social media. They're scrolling vertically. And so by having a vertical image, you'll see here in a minute that we can take up more real estate in the news feed. So bouncing back to Facebook here. Okay. So I've got my image here. Now I'm going to start to post my content. And so I'm just coming up with this off the top of my head. Watch Dr. Jeffrey Haddad on CBS Detroit on Sunday. Make sure I get these details right. September 15th at 6:30 p.m. to learn about his TMJ and sleep disorder treatment options. Okay, so this is where most people would hit post and just roll with it. But there's some problems here. We're going to have limited visibility because we're not tagging anybody or there's no hashtags. And so there will be some visibility, and certainly we could boost it to get some additional visibility. We probably will. but we can get some additional organic reach by tagging some of these things in. So first and foremost, I can tag Dr. Haddad. Watch at Jeffrey Haddad. Here we go. So we want to tag the one that we know is the right one, and this has his Michigan Center for TMJ and Sleep Wellness. This is not going to let people view his personal posts, only his public posts, but everyone has a public profile. So I'm going to link to that. And then on CBS Detroit, now I guess I went a little too fast on that first one, but to begin the tagging process in line, I want to make sure I'm not right up against something. I'm going to be in a space, and I'm going to hit Shift 2 to make the @ symbol, and then I'm going to start typing here. Now you want to be careful what you tag, because obviously I've got a lot of options here already, having typed CBS. I could select CBS News, but that's not the most relevant post there. I mean, it's not the local station. So I'm going to keep typing. I happen to know it's Detroit station, so I'm going to do CBS Detroit. And there we go. I can see microscopically the little 62 icon that I know I'm looking for. How do I know I'm looking for a 62 icon? Well, I went on their website earlier to see, hey, do these folks have a Facebook page that I can tag? I mean, because you can do a lot of brain damage trying to find out, which place to tag. But before I would do that, I'd just look and see, do they have a Facebook page that I can even tag? So I'm going to go here. And another piece of information from the spot that's going to be running, I know it's on a program called Healthline, so why don't I try to add that? So I'm going to hit, go back to my other page here, and so I'm going to want to try to tag again, so I'm going to get into a space where I'm not right up against the word, because then it won't tag all the time. I'm going to go American Health. Well, so far I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing Healthfront here. Healthfront. Still nothing. And when it comes up empty, like it's not showing you suggestions anymore, it really doesn't have anything. So I'm going to pop back over to my other window here, and here's their website, AmericanHealthFront.com. It doesn't look like this is, obviously kind of a little bit more of an old school website. I can click on contact here. I'm not seeing social media, so that's not uncommon. You won't always be able to tag even pretty worthwhile profiles sometimes. Sometimes businesses out there just don't think social media is worth their while, and when that's the case, I mean, I would just do it in text, and you've done your best. I mean, we can't invent social media for these places. So I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. So I'm just going to delete this little @ symbol here on American Healthfront. I'm kind of looking at my text saying, watch Jeffrey S. Haddad on CBS Detroit, on American Healthfront, on. So I'm just going to use a comma here to make it flow a little bit better. Sunday, September 15th at 6:30 p.m. to learn about his. Here's another tagging opportunity. I'm mentioning a pretty broad topic here, and so it's a primo opportunity for a hashtag. So just real basic here. What is a hashtag? Why do they even exist? Maybe you don't even use hashtags in your personal life. What hashtags are just a easy way for people to try to find posts on a similar subject than to the one that they're already looking at. And so when you use a hashtag, it should be natural. You shouldn't be tagging something that's totally irrelevant to what you're posting about. It's a way to just kind of create links on the World Wide Web, or create additional ways for people to surf, if we're talking about the surfing the web analogy. When we create these hashtags, we just kind of want to consider what is relevant here, and the best way to do that is to write your content and then go back and look for tagging opportunities. So I'm going to just delete TMJ here, and well, I actually didn't need to do that. I'm going to do hashtag TMJ. You see how it turns it blue there? That tells me that it understands that I'm creating a hashtag. So I'm going to delete this here. Now, I see a problem here because I can do a hashtag sleep, and that's not too bad. Disorder treatment options. So at the end here, because I couldn't do sleep apnea, I could, but it would look kind of weird. You know, if I do sleep apnea, it tags the whole thing, but it kind of hurts the readability of the post. So you've probably seen this before. At the end of the content, you can go ahead and throw in some additional hashtags. That's kind of socially acceptable. It's normal in the social media world to do that. So hashtag sleep apnea, hashtag snoring, hashtag TMJ treatment, hashtag, I'm going to go a little bit broader here and go pain relief. Now, I've seen people throw in literally 30 hashtags at the end of posts. Sometimes they'll even like hit enter here and like just kind of put some dashes or something to try to get some space between their content, and then they hashtag the heck out of it below the folds so that you have to click read more only to expose more hashtags. I don't think that looks natural, and we've learned from history that on these platforms like Google and whatnot, when we do things that are unnatural, invariably at some point we pay the price. So I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to put in what's natural here and let the growth happen, the reach happen. One other tagging thing here, if you hover over images, you'll get this little person icon here with a little price tag tag next to his head. I'm going to click that and go ahead and tag Dr. Haddad here. Oh, well, shoot, I forgot. We're tagging products, I guess. So I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and throw in some alt text, though, and override generated alt content and say, watch Dr. Haddad on CBS Detroit 62 on Sunday, September 15th at 6:30 p.m. on American Health Front to learn about TMJ and sleep apnea treatment. So it's giving me a character warning. And I see a typo. So always review your work. So I'm going to trim this down to CBS 62 on, fix that typo. I don't need the day in here. September 15th, 6:30 p.m. Put this down. Is a weird word. Sleep treatment. So got that done. I don't really have products set up here because it's kind of it's not going to be natural there. I'm just going to hit save. So we've got the image tag, we've got our hashtags, we've got the organizations tagged that are related as best we can, and now we're ready to hit post. You could, let's just for giggles do a check-in here. It's basically, you kind of want to put in as much content as you can, again, with it being natural. Center for TMJ and sleep wellness. There it is. Just click that. So now I've tagged the location as well. It kind of feels silly to me sometimes to tag the location for the page that's posting it, but it doesn't hurt anything. I'm going to hit post here. Okay, that took a little while. But do you see this, how it's more vertical here? If I had posted a horizontal one, this post would be really tiny. Now on someone's phone, when they're scrolling through this is going to take almost a whole screen width on the cell phone. And now I've got the clickable hashtags here and the clickable links to the profiles involved. And just to show you, this is what happens when you click on a hashtag. You get to see groups and photos and other pages. So this is not content that you're generating or vouching for. You're just saying, I want to be part of this conversation. So that's pretty much it. The one last thing I'll show you here is that you want to make sure you're posting this on your business page. If you don't know how to do that, hopefully you've been added as an admin on your own business page, but you get to that by clicking on this little triangle at the top, and you can then select the pages that you manage up here, and then once you click on it, then you'll be managing the page that you're trying to post to, instead of posting to your personal profile, because posting to your personal profile has limited visibility as well, and people won't be able to see that content when they go to your business page, which you should have your business page linked to from your website. So it just bothers me when dentists are trying their best to get out there into the world and show them, hey, I've got something that you need, patient, to live a better life, to transform your life. That message, when it's stifled, bothers me. And then when people trust companies like ours to help them get their visibility out there, I think that's great. But sometimes you have to take the lead and post content on your own, because there's content that companies like ours, because we're not in your office, can't take those pictures and post it for you. So this is just a little tutorial. I'm recording it live, but it'll obviously be available later, so that you can refer back to this, and whenever you need to post, know how to tag it properly. So hopefully I didn't talk too much. I really appreciate your time, and I just hope you have a great day. Take care.